Y'all know that background fake anyway, y'all. Gotta get it straight. Gotta get it straight. Yes. Hey, welcome. So, as you can tell by the title of the video, truth is your choice. Truth is your choice, y'all. Hit the like button as you arrive and leave a comment, but hit the like button as well as you arrive. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What's up, y'all? Hit that like button, hey. I see some people. Okay, hey. So we're going to be talking about the truth is your choice. And as far as level up goes and what people say or think about you is very important when it comes to what you choose to believe or not believe or not even tolerate or listen to. You know, I have so many people already that have sent me stuff like saying this is what this person is saying about you. I don't even click on those things. Y'all know that. I click on barely anything unless I chose to click on it, So if you're seeing people talk about me or make videos about me, it's not something that I've already seen, something that I probably won't see, and also probably something that I'm not even a part of. You know what I'm saying? So it's fine. Y'all don't have to send me that stuff. If I don't find it, it didn't happen. As long as far as I'm concerned, if I don't see it, if I don't find it online, if it's not suggested to me, if I don't see it in my feed, if all of that stuff, then to me it never happened. I shouldn't have to be sent stuff to see like that something is or someone or somebody's making a video. I could care less. Or let them do what they got to do. But on my end, if I don't see it, it never happened. So. But yeah, don't send me stuff to click on. That's number one. I won't click on it, baby. You wasting time, effort, cutting and pasting. Don't even send me nothing to click on. Okay. Don't tell me because it doesn't exist in my world. So if it doesn't exist in my world, then it doesn't exist at all. You know what I mean? So I actually like the fact that most people have to send me stuff in order for me to even see it, because to me it means that I'm not on a level to where those type of videos are even suggested to me, because what I watch and what I choose to look at online or on YouTube is not on that low level. So that speaks a lot about a lot of the stuff that you guys watch, because I don't watch those type of videos, so they don't pop up for me. They're not suggested at all because that's not what I watch. So, and that's another thing with you guys. Like, if someone is talking about you or saying things about you or whatever, if they didn't say it to your face, it was never said, in my opinion. Because people say a lot of stuff, but then when you're in someone's face, it's a different story. So if you can't say it to someone's face, they never said it at all, in my opinion. You know why? Because if they don't say it to the person that it's meant for, then basically to me, it's just idle talk that does not amount to anything, but somebody being frustrated at themselves. So for me, if I don't see it and no one specifically calls my phone number and I answer and have a conversation because of something, then it was never done and it was never said. Same with you guys. Like, if if there's, I know there's a lot of people that work, and there's coworkers and people in school, and people are saying things about you, and if they don't say it to your face, it ain't never happened. um Thank you, Johnny Sprinkle, because like when you're the president of when you're the president of the United States, it's like you don't care what people say about you. You're the president, period. They're allowed to have their opinions. That's their right, you know. But at the end of the day, you're not sitting there worried about what people are saying. You the president. I'm the president of my world. So therefore, I could care less what other people are saying. And I think that's how we all need to stay. Like in our own mindset, don't care what other people are saying. Just be the president of your own world. Run it how you want to run it. And if somebody got a problem with it, oh well, let them wait. Tell them to get in line. So, that's what we have to do. And we can't let that impede our leveling up or focusing on whatever we're trying to focus on. We can't let that impede us, because a lot of people will try and bring you down when they see you're getting to a certain place or to where you want to be. And then it's like, okay, well, you don't exist if I didn't find you on my own. If you didn't tell it to my face, then I'm not worried about it. So that's how we have to really, really become, because a lot of people are always just like it's like there's nothing else for y'all to do. There's nothing else for you to do. There ain't nothing you can do. For real? You don't have no hobbies? Okay. So for me, it's like that. So today, yes, that's what we're discussing. That if always remain who you are, and don't let what other people say or think about you change who you are. Because you know why? If it was that easy, then I could talk about a lot of people and change who they were, but I could care less to change people because I don't care. Be who you are. Be who you are. I could care less to change other people. I don't need to change other people in my world. People can stay exactly how they want to stay. And I don't have opinions about other people because I don't know them enough to have an opinion about them. So that's how we have to face it. If you don't have enough, if you don't know someone enough to even have an opinion about them, then it's silly to even say this, and that. If they are, if they're telling you who they are and you just repeat what they say, then that's not a problem. But if that's not an issue. So make sure that you're not allowing, fake friends, family members, teachers, I don't know, co-workers, bosses, whoever, tell you, anything unless you agree to it that is also your truth. So it's a lot of power, and it's a lot of wisdom when it comes to what you accept and what you don't. It's just like in the level up game. There's a lot of power when it comes to men that you select and say, okay, I want to go on a date with you, or you want to go on a date with me, or whatever. And it's a lot of power in who you choose to do that with and who you don't choose to do that with. It's a lot of power in who you become friends with and who you don't become friends with. It's a lot of power with who you speak to and who you don't speak to. So make sure you realize that all the power that you have depends on your decision and choice to allow or not allow things, or different types of people that you may date, or friends' suggestions that you don't feel are in your best interest. So, for example, if y'all are getting dressed to go out or something, and you're with your friend and you ask, does this dress look okay on me? And it look good. Like in your mind, it looks really good. And the friend says, no, it's ugly. You already know that's a lie. So, or it could be vice versa. If you know the dress looks ugly and the friend says it looks good, she lying. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're knowing which truth to take and which truth not to take, because truth is a choice. Because guess what? It might not be true. So that's why I'm always telling y'all, don't always accept certain things. Think and then decide which you are going to accept. Okay. You said, do I work? I don't work with anybody. I work with myself. Whether you decide I'm an angel or a demon is up to you. So I work with me. Shoot, is there a mix? All right. Whatever the mix is, okay? There I go. Do I collaborate with them? I don't collaborate with anyone but myself. So there you go. That's what it is. Okay. Now, if y'all are gonna ask me silly questions, I can't answer you. So don't even bother typing. It's just, sprinkle, sprinkle, can you? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. You said truth does exist. It exists if you choose to believe that truth. Never forget that. Otherwise, a lot of things don't exist if you don't acknowledge them, see them. Like, for example, y'all know the stories on TV and the news and stuff. If that TV was not on, half the stuff that they said you would not know as truth. You know what I'm saying? So in your world, it doesn't exist. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you had the TV on and you heard something and you believed it as the truth, then that becomes part of your truth. So therefore, you have to realize that if you don't hear something, if you don't see something, then it does not exist. Not to me, or it wouldn't exist to you unless someone brings it to you and presents it to you and you choose to accept it. If you don't choose to accept something, you've never seen it, no one's brought it to you, you don't see it anywhere, then it doesn't exist to you in your world. And you'll have to keep that in mind. We often allow people to bring stuff into our world. We often allow people to force stuff on us and push stuff on us as truth, but that doesn't make it any more true, you know? So for me, people always ask me, how are you so confident? Why do you have, because I don't accept everything as truth, you know? And I don't accept most things as suggestions either. I just say that they're opinions. And so a lot of people get upset because if you can't affect someone in a certain way by, trying to alter their truth and how they feel about themselves or their life or their reality, then it kind of upsets you. And it just like, you have someone that keeps trying to talk negative with you or talk negative to you, but it never really works because your attitude is like, oh, well, da, 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 unbothered. Pretty soon, certain things don't work. They just go away, So you have to make sure that you just don't allow any type of truth, opinion, suggestion into your life, into your mind, into your world, into your inner circle that you do not want. That's just it. Even if it's quote unquote required, then you need to find a way around it. Okay. What do you think about women in their 20s getting their tubes tied? Texas just made abortions after 6 weeks illegal. Well, there's another state right outside of Texas, baby, that you can drive to. Back in the old days, it was illegal mostly everywhere. People used to fly to different countries. So, I mean, that's not a big deal. Who cares? I don't care if you got it. Get out. You can get more money. Look, I need transportation money and other money, Free trip. Yeah, people gonna be strapping up, okay? or there's going to be a lot of child support being filed soon. Either way. Anyway. So, yeah. They're trying to get the population back up. Okay, I guess. I don't know. Mm, 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 mm. So, okay, I'm going to try to read some of these questions or statements. The truth is only used for liberation. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, someone's complimenting my makeup. Appreciate that, you guys. It's all Little Cosmetics. You know, you can get your eyeshadow palettes linked below. Let me see if I can also put the link for the new collection, or just, actually, it's not that new, but my latest collection. Level Up Cosmetics. I'm going to go ahead and put that there. Yeah, y'all can go and shop if you like. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And the lipstick I have on is Blood Moon with Cackle underneath, or like as a liner. So y'all can go check that out. Most people can't even handle the truth anyways. That's why they lie to themselves all the time. You know what? A lot of people lie because everything is a lie, and everything is also truth, depending on what you choose to accept. That is the biggest thing that most people miss. So we got to realize that. We have to realize that no matter what, something can be so true, so true in your mind, but so false in another person's mind. You see? So there is no absolute truth. There is only what you accept, period. Only what you accept. And a lot of people cannot fathom that, which is why a lot of people have issues with allowing other people to tell them who they are. That's the problem. And, you know, when you truly level up to the level where you're unbothered by what people think or what people say or it's because you realize you have a choice. And when you don't realize you have a choice, that's when you feel like someone can tell you who you are and it will be true. And it's just not. It just never will be. Mm-hmm. You said believe everything and believe nothing. Competition only exists if you believe you and another person have the exact same path. Exactly. So don't even think that. It's not true. If you want someone to be, like, if you just want that to be and you want to believe that, then for you, in your mind, it is true. If you don't want to believe that and you just don't, then it's not true. Even if the other person believes it, it doesn't matter as long as you don't believe something. It doesn't matter what they believe. So you can't, that's why, like, a long time ago, when they were trying to convert all these people to different religions, that they had to use force, because it's a choice. Everything is a choice to believe truth or not. The only reason most people believe the same sort of thing nowadays is because it's forced or highly suggested, or back in the old days, you know, you had a choice, either do this or die. So now we're getting to an era where heavily being suggested is the new, you know, force of trying to believe something. So if something is heavily suggested, pay close attention and be like, why is this so heavily suggested to me? And then do the opposite. No thanks. I think I'll just do something else instead, like something that's my choice. So Like, you can't heavily suggest something into the truth unless someone accepts it as truth. Now, there's some good suggestions, and if you would like to accept those suggestions, from people, from the internet, from social media, from parents, siblings, then it is still your choice. And how long you accept them is still your choice. So, truth is a choice. So never, like, if someone's, if, for example, if you're asking me about if someone's lying, what if someone's lying to you? Well, if they're lying to you, in your mind it's a lie because you already know, most women already know that the guy is lying if he's already lying because they already know they're just trying to bust him. If the man tells a lie to lie on purpose, he's already chosen to lie. So that's the difference. If you choose to lie on purpose, knowing it's a lie, oh, I'm finna lie, then it's a lie. But if you truly don't believe something, then it's not a lie, it's just your truth. That's it. So if you intentionally lie to lie, then yeah, it's a lie. But if you intentionally say, that's just not my truth, and I don't believe those things, and I don't believe in this, and that. So, that's the difference. um, there's always forces that will push false narrative to tear a country apart. Yeah, but if you don't listen to any of that stuff and you just do and focus on what you're doing, then it won't matter. Um, how can you level up and you don't take care of your temple? Um, that's just a matter of opinion of what represents taking care of. Um, your definition of taking care of something may be totally different than someone else's definition of taking care of. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and there's also several definitions for one statement. So therefore, again, you have options. Okay, that's where that comes in. If someone considers taking care of their temple working out, and someone considers taking care of their temple, leveling up, putting on makeup, looking good, and another person says, okay, taking care of your temple means eating healthy, or someone says all three, and someone says this, and someone says that. Whoever that individual person is, whatever truth that they have accepted for themselves as taking care of their quote unquote temple, that is their truth at that time. And if you are aware that you have a choice, then that's just it. That's it. If other people don't agree, they don't have to. But that is what I mean by truth is a choice. So whatever way you want to make someone go, whatever direction you want to make someone go, make sure that someone is you, because then you have control. Like I can get on here and talk about leveling up all day long, but it's up to the individual to take the first step. It's up to the individual to do what they feel is right for them. It's up to that person. You can't force people to do a certain thing. You can't, and you can't force them to believe a certain thing. Just like there are some women who will never believe or like my message, and then there's some people that will. And it doesn't matter as long as the people that want the message can get it. Okay, so that's why I'm not so like adamant about pushing anything. Like, do it if you want, or do it if you don't want, or don't do it if you don't want to do it. Just make sure it's your choice. Okay, always though, always know that it is up to the individual, and the individual is usually the person that gets to decide. Mm-hmm. You say, remember, you can't save everybody. And people don't want to save everybody. People just want to be themselves. You know, what do you do if a man has been taking you out, but as soon as you ask for help with something, he tells you you must sleep with him first, only been on 5 dates? Um, laugh in his face. Laugh and act like he's joking, and then be like, no, for real. Because honestly, that's basically giving him another chance to correct what he has said. And if he doesn't correct it, then be like, well, I don't know, like, I'm sorry, I just can't do that. I'm sorry your mom raised you that way. And be out. My mother didn't raise me that way. I'm sorry yours did. Okay. Done. It doesn't have to be true or a lie. It could just be something that you're going to say to them. Okay. That's the other beauty apart. That's the other beauty about whatever you say. It doesn't have to be a truth or a lie. It can just be a statement. And whether that person chooses to believe it, take it personally or not is up to them. That's why a lot of people have an issue. Like they're always scared of everything. They live in fear of not being able to say what they want, not being able to have their own opinion, not being able to say what they feel if they want to. The world is so censored now. They are making your decisions for you by not saying something, by choosing different words to say something because you're afraid you're going to offend somebody. Say what you want to say and don't care. Okay. Because so many people want to anyway. And if more people start doing it, then less people will start caring. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sure, the millionaire wants you to at his house, but you told him you work late. He asked what it costs to have me full time. Always the phone call. Full time. Hold on. Hello? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, could you email them to me? Because I'm kind of busy right now, but could you please email? All right. Appreciate it. Bye. Okay, so okay, he wants what does it cost to have him full time? Have you full time? We just met on one date. Um, sounds like a trick question to me, but honestly, I would go back with I don't know if I know you well enough to answer that question yet. Let's get to know each other a little bit more. Mhm. Because like honestly, a lot of people are just used to getting their way because they have money. That's too easy. Be like, you know what? We'll see about that. I gotta get to know you first before I answer that question. But it's gonna take a lot. I'll just tell you that. That's right. I was reading some of these. You hope you will keep doing these lives for as long as you can. Keep inspiring women to have high standards. Well, I'll do what I can do. Love yourself so much that you become indestructible. Exactly. Come on. Like nobody can destroy what doesn't agree to be destroyed. Come on. I'm sorry, I don't agree to that. Sorry, I don't. Nope. Sorry, sorry, sorry. It ain't happening. Not in my world, baby. My world, I'm all that. Um, whether I am in their world or not doesn't matter. In mine, I am. So it don't matter. Um, he said the enemy is the truth. No, the enemy is being forced. The enemy, you know what the enemy is? Being being directed into a certain decision that you didn't make on your own. That's the enemy. So make your own decision. Make your own decision. Like, mm, because you know what's best for you. You keep losing friends in the level up. Is the top really lonely? Ask all the people at the top. You think they got a million friends? um, seriously, look at all the people who are quote unquote high in your in your standard of what high means, and ask yourself, do they have a lot of friends? Should a single woman have her IG private or public? Is having a public IG a bad look? I don't know. I don't be looking at women on IG, but I do know. Um, it just depends. Private, if you don't have a lot of people, can be good. That way, you can allow people to try to get their permission to be on your IG. But at the same time, if someone can't access you, maybe have an alias. Okay, that way it's not really private. Have two, have one or two. Everybody always acts like they only have one option. You have too many options in this world to ask. Like, why don't most people got like other 2, 3 other IGs? Come on. How can a woman be so strong yet so weak? I'm struggling. Because, like, if you want to get super deep, being weak is strong because you allow your vulnerability to strengthen. And then after you are weak that one time, you are no longer weak in that area ever again, unless you choose to be, but you know what will happen afterwards. So sometimes being weak is your strength later in life. So if you are weak in the past, then know that you won't be weak in that area in the future, especially if you learned your lesson, or if you learned something about making that decision. But if you had never been weak, you would not know. And your strength, you may wonder in that strength. You may be strong, but always wonder. And that's a weakness in itself. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, you know? So either way, at least by being weak in some areas, you will know both sides as you strengthen. But if you had never allowed yourself to be weak or vulnerable at one point, you will never know the other side until you do. Okay. So a lot of us were weak when we were younger, or when we were in vulnerable states, or in states that we couldn't make good decisions, or da da da. And we know we're strong in those areas now. So it's good. So so now we know that, truth is a choice. Decision making is your choice. Um, and no matter what anyone wants you to decide, wants you to believe, or wants you to think, it's still always up to you and not anyone else. Always remember that. If you are being forced to believe something, if you're being bullied to believe something, if you're being highly suggested to believe something, believe the exact opposite and see what happens. Or believe what you choose to believe instead, in place of whatever they're pushing on you, and see what happens. At least make whatever you choose to believe in positive and beneficial to you. You got to save up your allowance for what? Um, you said once you've attracted a wealthy man and he's interested, what's next to secure the bag? Um, if he likes you, then he's going to make sure that he knows that he likes you, and just have to see what he does after that, because you know it's still up to you. It's your choice whether you want to be involved with him or not. If he likes you, then he'll let you know. Otherwise, he'll expect you to do whatever he wants you to do, say whatever he wants you to say, but don't be that type of woman, because that's too easy and silly, and he'll get bored of that easy. So make sure you say what you need to say and do what you want to do, and allow him to be the man and let him know, let you know that he likes you. Allow him to, it doesn't matter what he has in his pocket as long as he's still doing his role as a man and pursuing you. Men purposely withhold compliments to keep you in limbo. It's called breadcrumbing. Well, then compliment yourself, because I do every day. I be like, "Ooh, I look good today," or "Ooh, I need to do something with my hair today," or "Ooh, I know I look good today." And that way, when I go out and about, I already know this. This is already in my mind, and I don't need anybody to tell me I look good, because I already know, and I've already told myself that, and I've already done stuff to at least make myself think I look good. So it really won't matter. I know I look good. You don't have to tell me. Thank you though. Thanks for noticing. That's how I would feel if someone told me that. Like, yeah, I know. Thanks for noticing, or thanks for being man enough to say it. That's sweet, da da da. But I do like compliments, but I'm not looking for them. Um, the man already in your face, he already think you look good anyway. If you was ugly, he wouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a compliment from a man. If they in your face, they spending money, they looking good for you, they trying to impress you, then you already know they think you look good. It's not a big deal. Uh-huh. Does that mean he doesn't want you to be confident? No, it means he wants you to be more susceptible to whatever he's suggesting to you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you're trying to sell someone something and you give them a coupon for $5, and whatever you're selling is $100. Okay, they may not be as interested in buying something if you only give them like $5. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like they're not going to give you a coupon for the amount that you want it for. They're going to make you like wonder, like, why isn't he giving me anything? Like, why do I have to sit here and listen to this and he's not giving me any compliments? Da, 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 da. People that have expensive products and it never goes on sale, people want to buy. But when people have products that are cheap or on sale, not a lot of people buy them and flaunt them. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to make you feel as if you don't deserve certain things, or that he's not going to give you everything that you want, or that you're not as beautiful as you think you are. You know what I'm saying? Even though when he does that, it's the exact opposite. It means you are all that. If he's holding back the compliments, because if you was ugly, he would be lying to you to keep you around, to keep you believing that he was actually interested. Because if he was interested, he wouldn't. He would. If he was interested in an ugly woman, he wouldn't have to tell her she was beautiful every 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny because like when that income tax time come around and all these Dussies is coming around trying to, talk to these women who aren't as attractive as the type of women that they usually date. Oh, hey, beautiful. Hey, queen. Hey, princess. Why you got to come straight up with a compliment? Because it's a lie. When you don't come straight with a compliment, it's because they don't want to give it away too fast. It's like, dang, I can't tell her she's beautiful yet until I get her in my grip. So and they starting off with compliments left and right. Either they want something quick. They're holding back, they like you. Use it. Holding back is a compliment. And they can be mad when I say that. Holding back is a compliment. Oh my God. He has a compliment and he didn't say anything about me. That's because he knows, what he's looking at. And you probably already know that you look good. Why do I need to tell you look good? I wouldn't be here if you didn't look good, baby. So, yeah. Plus, Yeah, it's funny though. So never believe anything unless you choose to. How to write backwards for a minute. What? This is the wrong channel, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. This is SheRaSeven. But okay, let's see. Sometimes guys lie to make their women feel sexy. And sometimes girls lie too to make their men feel like they did something. Either way, people lying and telling the truth, and whether you believe what they say or not, it's up to you. That's why I was talking about communication. Communication is the key because your lie could be my truth and your truth could be my lie, or my lie can be my truth at the same time. We don't know. That's why you have to communicate. And sometimes people assume that your truth is someone else's truth because you hang around them or you're friends with them or you have a similar mindset as them. No, my truth is individually my truth. You don't tell a bunch of people that's hanging out together that they have the exact same thoughts because that's not true. So never assume and always ask the person and try to communicate with them if you really want to see what page they're on as far as what they feel, how they think, and all that kind of stuff. Don't just assume. Now I've already told you guys that truth is a choice. It is up to you to believe that person or not. It is up to you, and no matter what, it always will be up to you, and that is your power. Never forget it. Mhm. Shira scored a touchdown. You scored a touchdown? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I scored a touchdown? Girl, I don't know. I don't play football. um, you said truth is perception, and it's also a choice. See, perception is also a choice. Y'all can't think y'all yeah, truth is perception, but perception is also a choice. You can't forget that. How are you perceiving this? Do you choose to perceive it from this angle or from a different angle? So everything is choice. So um, that's how you can build your confidence and how you feel about yourself all the time. Because everything that someone tells you, someone suggests, someone makes you think is always a choice. I don't believe that. Oh, no, it's not true. Because think about this. Somebody could suggest something and tell you something and make you feel like it's true. But if you tell a room full of people, hundreds of people, thousands of people, the exact opposite, then that's going to be more true than whatever truth that someone's trying to suggest to you to believe. You know what I'm saying? Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle, self work, sprinkle, sprinkle. So that's the beauty of it. Perception, truth, and choice. So, like, for example, we have all these social media accounts, and you have so many people saying, oh, body shaming, this shaming, that shaming, everyone's beautiful, da 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 da. They be lying too. But to the individual, if they feel they're beautiful and whatever they look like, then it's true for them. And if they want to level up on their own level, or if they like leveling up to them may not mean what leveling up means to the next person. Leveling up to someone who already feels beautiful may not mean thousands of dollars in plastic surgery and da 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 da. It just may mean, oh, I'm going to dress better, do my makeup, and do my hair, and da da da. It may not mean what it means to another person, because what another person's truth is about how they feel about themselves is totally different from what this woman over here may feel about herself. So leveling up and your truth and about how you look and how you feel about yourself is not going to be the same as every woman. Okay? It's just not. So leveling up to some women might be not wearing a bonnet in public. Who knows? But at least it's a step. Hey. It's a one step. You said women will try to dehumanize you. They will, or they won't. Well, men will try to objectify women. So what's the difference? Do you accept your dehumanization? Do women accept their objectification? It doesn't matter. Perhaps what you do is a result of the choices made by the women in your life. I don't know. Honestly, the only reason why women would dehumanize men is because they weren't acting human. And if men objectify women, that's how women may be perceived by those men for whatever reason. Who cares? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no gender war. We don't care. Like I said, truth is a choice. Mhm. You said women wearing makeup is a form of lying, and so is men driving cars they can't afford and walking up to women they can't get. So men driving nice cars, living with their mama. That's a lie too, baby. And everybody lies. So that's not the point. The point is you choose what's true in your world. You know how like some women will say, "Oh, he's taking care of his mama," or his mama lived with him. In her world is that, in somebody else's world it might be the opposite. We don't know, but either way, it's the same. It's how she feels about the situation she chose and how she walks in that truth. Okay. Men live with a lie about private parts. um Sprinkle sprinkle. You said princess, sprinkle sprinkle princess. Not the taking care of his mama. You mean never moved out? Yeah. Like I don't even bother. Like it doesn't matter. At least they told you in a roundabout way whether you believe how it came out or not. But at least you know where he lives. Okay. Um. And like I said, one person's opinion of you is only that one person's opinion of you. It's not the next person. It's not the person next to that person. It's just one individual person. Individual. That means everybody else in the world may see you totally different. So don't take that one person's opinion to shape your entire belief system about how everyone may feel about you, because it's just not true. Sprinkle, young right now, sprinkle, sprinkle. It will not allow you, like, believing what one person's opinion is about you is like nothing compared to all the people in the world or all the people you know. Who cares? That's one person's opinion. And if they're bold enough to give their opinion, to you, then they must be feeling some sort of way. Because I really wouldn't care enough to talk to tell someone my opinion of them. If it was, if it was good, they'll know by how I treat them, baby. Okay. They'll know how I feel about them by how I treat them, by how I acknowledge them, by how I do this, by how I do that. I don't have to tell you my opinion of you. You know it by how I treat you. Period. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh. Who said, "B better have my money"? Right? Okay, Nick Murray. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, for real. What books have you read to level up? I know you have a book out, but is there any other ones that have helped you along the journey? I tend to write my own books because that is my own truth individually. If I read someone else's truth, I laugh at it sometimes because it won't work for me. Like a lot of people's books that I read, you know, unless we're very, very like-minded, I don't agree with half the stuff in there because a lot of it is just not for me. So that's why I wrote my own books because a lot of the stuff that I was reading is like that ain't true for me. So I see truth in a lot of things that I agree with, but at the same time, I see a lot of stuff that I don't agree with. That's why a lot of people choose to write their own books and make sure that that's how they live according to how they think. But like a lot of the Robert Greene books are decent, but I don't agree with 100% of what anyone says because I'm not them. Okay. Said a lot of these relationship books encourage women to chase men. Well, there are a lot of women chasing men because probably due to child support. But if that's not the case, then don't even worry about it. Oh, Andrea Sprinkle Sprinkle, you're dating a man that's older than you. He's from Middle East. 15-year-old niece came to visit. Very disrespectful towards both of us. He refused to acknowledge. Should I continue? Girl, she's young. They gonna be disrespectful at that age, girl. She probably got some dirt on him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Honestly, I don't care about what a 15-year-old thinks unless it's my child and she got an issue. That's not your child. Who cares? Another thing is they gonna be disrespectful at their age. They 15. Another thing is she got dirt on him. That's why he ain't saying that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's it. Exactly. Okay. Who cares? Nobody cares what a 15-year-old thinks unless they your child. Okay. Don't be one of those women in competition with female children. Exactly. Please don't. Like, that's a child. Just remember what you were like at that age. It's like, I remember when I was 15, I was crazy too. I was bad. I did all kind of crazy stuff. So who cares? Let She was just being disrespectful. That's not a big deal. Do you think women grow more confident with age? I think women grow more confident with when they stop caring about what other people think. I think the faster you can do that, the faster your confidence will grow. So I don't think it's about an age. I think it's about the faster you stop caring about what other people think or how other people feel about you or accepting how other people feel about you and who cares. Once you are the boss of your own mind and your own world and your own exception of what's true and what's not true to you, that's when your confidence grows. It has nothing to do with being old. There's old people with no self esteem right now, sitting somewhere, worried about what people thinking about them. And then there's young people who stay unbothered and don't care. So that's what it's about. Stop caring. Stop accepting that as truth. Truth is very much optional and you have choices what is true for you or not. If somebody told you you ain't this, you ain't that, you ugly, you do, well, good for you. I'm glad that you can form a complete sentence, but that's not what I feel about myself. And you are just one person in a world of billions. So I'm glad that you are able to share your opinion, but it is not my truth. That's all you got to tell. It's not your truth. That's his opinion. And the funny thing about it, it's not even his truth. It's only his opinion because he's not you. So it still ain't true, even if it came out his mouth. It ain't true because that's just how he feels about you at the moment, which is his opinion. So it was never true. All you have to do is say, I don't accept that as my truth, but your opinion is your opinion. It ain't mine. Always remember that. This is where people can grow really fast in their confidence if they just break the insult down like I just did, or realize why people do stuff, or realize even if they meant what they said, you don't have to accept it. Mm-hmm. You met an old guy who says he's old fashioned and macho. I know he pays bills, but wondering what macho means. Manly, I guess. I don't know, child. Manly? You still think he should have stood up for you when she said, I never want to see you again upon meeting me? I would have said, and you probably never will. I would have gave it right back. Like, girl, I don't care. I'm here for other reasons. That would have made him stand up for you, or would have made him question, like, dang, she ain't gonna be with me long. I better do something. I was like, oh, don't worry, dear. You probably won't. If she might have taken as you ain't coming back over here. If I got something to do with it, I would just been right, nice, nasty with her. Like, oh, you probably never will. Don't worry. I mean, who cares? If she can say it, I can say it. Or pretend you heard something else. Oh, don't worry. You'll see a lot of me. Oh, I thought you said you hope you see me again. Oh, I'm sorry. You said what? I couldn't hear you. Make her repeat it. Oh, you hope you never see me again. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's strange to say. Girl, make her feel stupid. I don't care. I mess with people. That's all I'm gonna do. She said, what? I couldn't hear you. Say it again. Bet you she would have said it again. You like what? You hope you see me again? Oh, that's so sweet. I like you already. Girl, And that's another beautiful thing. Like whatever they said to you, you don't have to hear everything either. You can skip a word. Oh, my hearing is bad in that area. When you said that, not, I don't ever, all I heard was, I hope I see you again. How you doing? That's how you choose to hear it, because you don't accept the other thing that was said. It is your choice. Whatever comes out of somebody's mouth, that ain't your choice. But whatever you hear, that's your choice. Sprinkle, sprinkle. um, that's what, whatever you hear, feel, think, and accept. That's you. That's what it is. How to be nice, nasty to masculine coworker. Well, it depends. I need to know the situation. I need examples. Accidentally calling someone sir may be an offense, but mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If they say something to you, act like you don't understand and voice you are busy and can't continue the conversation. Exactly. Um, you said dick or crazy. A lot of ladies, like, okay, here's my thing. I see so many people making videos and asking questions about what other people think, or what about what people think about me, and what about people are saying about. Stop accepting it. Move like they ain't never said it. Move like you said the opposite. Move like you live the opposite. Move like you feel and think the opposite. Well, so many people are saying this. Well, that's them. Is that what you believe? Then stop acting like you believe it and move to where you believe. You know, think how you want to believe. Um, I get so many people asking me questions. Well, these men say that these type of women, and I don't care about them men. What do you feel about yourself? Then go be that. Go be that. And that's it. I don't care what they think. That's what they not invested. I'm not invested. Well, I don't care. Period. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Again, sprinkle, sprinkle. Nick Murray. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. So, well, what do you think about these men, going to different countries, or women doing this and women do? I don't care about what they do. I don't know them. They're not in my world. So I don't care. People can travel if they want. That's what passports are for. Who am I to tell them they can't do something? That's what they want to do. I don't know. You know, um, just because they told you something why they're traveling doesn't make your world change. Your world is still the same. You still have the same potential and the same everything you had before. They told you why they're traveling. Who cares why they're traveling? They're traveling because they can't afford the type of women they want in their own country, obviously. So they got to go somewhere else where it's cheaper. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't take offense to their wallet being less than what it should be. Just let them be, baby. Who cares? Okay. They gotta make a choice. Bills or an American woman. And some of them women are gold diggers wherever they go, so it doesn't even matter. They're gonna get got still. Maybe not on the same level, but on some level. Um, That's what I'm saying. Maybe not on the same level, but on some level, they're gonna get got no matter where they go. Maybe not got as bad, but got they gonna get got. What if wherever they say keep you up all night, even though you act like you don't care? If something someone says keeps you up all night, then for me, there's a subliminal message in that. Like honestly, if because if you're the type of person that stays unbothered, period, and something someone says keeps you up all night, it's there's a hidden agenda or a hidden meaning to something that they said. Because a lot of people will say, okay, well, I think about something someone said and it keeps me up all night. If nothing anyone else says keeps you up all night, then obviously there's some subliminal messages in there. So I really feel like maybe you're just re-examining whatever the hidden message could be. But if you're normally an unbothered person, then I wouldn't take it too seriously. If you are a bothered person, then that's your norm. But if you're not, then there's a message there that you did not get in some sort of way. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or it triggered something old in you. Well, when something is triggered, it usually just means that you have not addressed whatever it was yet. And again, subliminal message. They do it a lot in commercials. But it's still a suggestion, never truth. Okay. Still only a suggestion and not the truth. Mm-hmm. Many of nights I wished I'd have known, would have known. Yep. You just be like, you know what? Whatever. Good night. Mm-hmm. My unbotheredness bothers people. I know. And the funny thing is, a lot of people would not have to be unbothered if people didn't try to bother them so much. We'd have less unbothered people if people were so into bothering people. Um, is it weird that you wear red all the time? No, it's not weird. Wear whatever color you wear. That's up to you. The suggestion may be taken or left behind, correct? There's context. This one masculine chick is obsessed with giving you work while your male boss goes super easy on you. She's the type to blast people's mistakes in public. Oh, girl. That's why I don't work for people. I can't work for people because of that type of stuff right there. I'd be like, you know what? Whatever. I made a mistake. They're mad because they can't make that mistake and get away with it. Sprinkle. That's all. That's all that they're saying to you. I'm mad because if I made this mistake, I would be gone. That's all she's saying to you. Just read between the lines, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't get upset. Just look, see what she's really trying to tell you. Thanks for pointing out all the mistakes I can get away with, but you can't. Bye. Bad. Don't say that. You're gonna get fired, girl. But that you can think that in your mind and you can find a nice, nasty way to answer or respond to it. Well, thank you so much for pointing that out. I would have never ever caught that mistake. I wasn't looking that closely. But thank you for what do they call it? Combing through all the details. That means she got a lot of extra time. She ain't got no life. Nice nasty, baby. Like she just told you ain't got no life. You coming through all them extra details, and she's still gonna get away with it because she just thanked you in public. And if you say something bad, you're gonna look like the bad guy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, Girl, I would use all the detail words to mean you ain't got no life. Oh, thank you for meticulously combing through the details of this. I really, really appreciate it because I sure did miss a few things. Thank you so much for being that diligent. Now it sounds like she worked for you. Okay, be done. Use your words. You know how your mom say, use your words. Use your words, lady. Use your words. Maybe we can work again in the future. Now she's gonna be doing your work, all the work she give you. They're gonna expect her to comb through it because she's such a good comber. You just made her your, your little assistant. Oh, that's how I would be doing. Hope you won't mind working together in the future. Anyway. You said you writing down all my nice, nasty phrases? For real? Write them. You might need them one day. um, I love working with you. You're so diligent. Um, you said, would you help your siblings from? We can't talk about that on YouTube. What people do with their body is their business, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But I don't know. People gonna do what they gonna do. I don't know what to tell you. It's tiny sprinkle, sprinkle. uh You said you moved, you got a luxury condo in Mercedes. How do you use your status and money to get a wealthy guy by not coming off like I don't need them? Um, you don't need them. So they're already going to know that. That's number one. They already know you don't need them. You got to find a way to need them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. One Zoe, sprinkle, sprinkle. It means you have to find a way to need them. Listen, men in their 20 play games and are cheap. Is this appropriate time to date older men in their 50s? Sprinkle, sprinkle. If that's what you are looking for, yes. If that's what you're looking for, yes, definitely. It's so funny. It's like it's kind of like when you're a teenager, you want to look older, and then when you get older, you want to look younger. So think about that. Think about like when you're young, you want an older man to pay for stuff and take you seriously and not play games. Then when you're old, you want a younger man who could still move around and function like normal people, and not have like gray hair. And well, I got gray hair, but you're going to want someone. So try to find someone maybe 45, 48, like not so much in their 50s. But I would definitely make sure that if you're going to take a relationship seriously, make sure they're just mature in the mind, because a lot of men are going to be immature. But if you can find a mature one, then that's not super old, but like old enough to guide you and things like that. That's going to be better. But I would always say, depending on what you're getting in the relationship for, then that's what you go for. If you're getting a relationship just for the money and you don't care about the age, great. If you're getting a relationship because you want a relationship, then Keep that in mind. If you are trying to get married, also keep that in mind, and see yourself 10 years from now, 5 years from now, because sometimes you don't know if that person is going to be old and die, be old and sick, be old and healthy. So kind of make sure you pay attention to that kind of stuff, because a lot of people will be like, well, what if he gets old and da da da? Well, then either you do what you got to do, date younger, don't date, focus on this, focus on that. But I would definitely date older when I'm younger, because I'm not getting ready to deal with that young mess when I'm young. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. It's just you get catered to a lot more if you date an older man when you're young. That's it. Depends on what you want. Definitely, if you want to get catered to and treated well, and people, spoil you, date older. That's all I can tell you. Should you show cleavage on a date, or is that trashy? I love low neckline. It just depends on what kind of shirt you have on, or a dress, and what kind of event you're at. Like if it's an appropriate for the event or the restaurant. I don't know. Are you at a restaurant? Because I don't think it's appropriate for a restaurant. It just depends on where you're going for the date. Is it appropriate? If it's not appropriate, I don't think I'd wear it. Older man just got some money and he wants to spend it on you. What should you ask for not look greedy? I mean, is he trying to buy whatever you're wanting, or is he just going to give you some money? Because you could take it back and you got the receipt, whatever it is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Buy something that he's going to have to buy again in the future. Like, for example, a piece of something that has another piece to it, or something that goes with something else. That way you got to spend more in the future. It could be like inventory if you want to start a business, or something. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, purse. And like the title of this video, truth is a choice. What you believe is a choice. What you choose not to believe is a choice. Your perception is a choice. How you value people is a choice. How you value yourself is a choice. How you value time is a choice. How you value time spent is a choice. Your priorities are a choice. So no matter what people try to tell you, like even if your priorities are absolutely terrible and wrong, if the way you place your priorities make you happy and you're not hurting anybody, then keep them that way. Now, it depends on when you want to change your priorities. Then it's up to you when you feel like it. Because some people's priorities are terrible, but it's up to them when they choose to change them. It's also up to them whether they put them in a correct order or not. But you cannot make someone do anything unless it's their decision. That's it. And so many people really, really get upset with other people because they won't change those things. The best way to get someone to change something that you want them to change, or to believe something you want them to believe, is to show them that it's beneficial, and to be an example of why it's beneficial, and to also give them examples of how they will benefit from it. If that is not shown or given to a lot of people, they're not going to have much of a reason to want to do something different. So this is why I say you can't just push something on them. You have to show them. You have to give them a reason to. You have to be an example or show them an example. You can't just be like, this what you got to do, or this what you should do, or this what you should believe, because not everybody's going to believe something just because you suggest it or it's highly suggested by this many people. I don't know them people, so why should I value their opinion, or I don't know that person over there, why should I value their opinion and what's correct or what's not? So you have to make sure that, first of all, you're valued. Second of all, they know the benefits. And third, it's not feeling forced, because as soon as you try to force something on somebody, don't nobody want it. It's like a lot of women in here get really upset when men are trying to force themselves or force their relationship or force this or force that. And that's when the woman starts saying, no, I don't think so. And then it takes even longer. So, to get to the place where you want to get in that relationship, you can't force, you can't do any of those things. You have to show. That's it. You wouldn't take weight loss advice from an obese person. You're not going to take weight loss advice from anybody unless you feel that they are giving you something beneficial. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I saw someone that lost an extreme amount of weight, I'm going to take advice from them before I take advice from somebody skinny or still, extremely overweight. I have to see what you've done, and I have to see the benefits. How to stop being bothered and highly sensitive. Focus on something else. Whatever it is you're bothered by, focus on something else. Like, for example, read a book. It doesn't matter. Focus on something else. Do your nails, go shopping. If you can't go shopping, go online shopping and put stuff in your cart and don't buy it then. I don't care, but take your mind off and do something different, something totally opposite or totally different. If it's a person that's bothering you, then get away from them or think about someone else. I don't know. How do you face your problems when you are always running? I don't have problems. A lot of people say problems. If you're solution oriented, you don't have problems. Sprinkle, sprinkle. For example, if someone broke something and there's something in a million pieces, someone would see that as broken. Someone would see it as a puzzle. Someone will see it as a challenge or a puzzle versus someone seeing it as something broken. Just like a woman playing hard to get. A man doesn't see a woman playing hard to get as a problem. They see it as a challenge. Okay, there's a difference. There are no problems. There's only solutions and there's only challenges. That's it. No problem. To me, if you say problem, it means you're not focused on the solution. You're only focused on the problem. So the problem is going to remain a problem until you don't see the problem and you only see the solution. You can't have, you can't have, you said what? Need some subs for warmth? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know if that code talk you talking, Percy. I'm not believing in that at this moment. Okay. Right now, I'm just believing what's beneficial. Tomorrow I might believe something else. What's ever beneficial to me is what I'm going to believe for that day, that moment, and that time, because that's what is going to help any person to not, honestly, to not care and stay unbothered. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Always got to do that. A lot of people, a lot of people will say, "Well, you're a hypocrite." Okay, but I'm still gonna do the same thing. I'm still gonna be me. Sometimes people will force you to be a hypocrite, and you know why? Because they can't bother you. I'll be a hypocrite as long as it bothers you, because I will remain unbothered. So sometimes you can't allow someone to change you, even if it means um, controlling you in order for you not to be a hypocrite to yourself. I would rather be a hypocrite than be controlled. Always remember that, because I can always say, well, I changed my mind. People can't change and go back to being the same way I was the day before yesterday and be a hypocrite to the hypocrite that you said I was. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How you doing? Okay, I'll be a hypocrite to the hypocrites. I will be a hypocrite to a hypocrite, and they won't even know what they are anymore because of me. Okay, that's what I will be. I said what you thought I said. If you think I said it, there you go. Yep. You must know who you are. Yeah, I'm everybody and nobody at the same time. That's why I can be a hypocrite to a hypocrite. hmm That's what you tell people who are trying to constantly get you from different directions. You say, "Yeah, I said that yesterday, but today I feel this way." What are you gonna do? Have I ever taken rejection personally? I don't take rejection. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If someone rejects me, then it just means to me, it's like saying no, thank you. When somebody offers you, like, oh, would you like this type of sample of chicken on a toothpick in the mall? It's not like you're rejecting them. It's just no, thank you. You wasn't talking in cold. You getting cold. You need to borrow some subs for your mansion. It's a big house. Oh, okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but okay. You said delusion. Whatever you want to call it, it's still free choice. People can make up a million words for something as long as the person is able to have their own choice. I don't care what word you use. A lot of people will try to use vocabulary to trick you or make you feel like you're this or you're that if you don't agree with what they say. Then use the word, baby. It's people still will be unbothered. Use any word you like as long as I can choose. You know what I'm saying? So, um, delusional, hypocrite. They'll try to use every word, psychological words. I don't care. Do I have the choice to choose? Then call me what you want. If you got an opposite word for it, then I got an opposite reaction. That's what it means. So, and the beautiful thing about being like this is you're a woman, especially if you're a woman, because you don't have to make sense. We're not the logical, we're not logical. Okay. That's your excuse. There you go. I'm a woman. I can say what I want. Period. It don't have to make sense. And when you say something, people just going to chalk it up to, oh, they're emotional, oh, they're hormonal, or whatever. I still get my way. At the end of the day, you get your way, then it doesn't matter what people think about you. Do you have what you want? Yes, I do. Okay. Do you have what you want? I sure do. Do you care what people think? I sure don't. Is that why they call us crazy? They can call it whatever you want. They can call you whatever they want. You don't have to accept it. And if you do accept it as sarcastic. Use it for your advantage. Yeah, I'm crazy, remember? So I can do what I want. then they want to prove you're not crazy after they didn't try to prove you was crazy. Now they want to prove you ain't crazy. Make up your mind. Come on. You say y'all better make up your mind. Hurry up, because people get tired. Remain unbothered. That's the best advice you can have. Remain unbothered. I don't care. Whatever. Be a hypocrite if you have to. And then change your mind the next day. Either way. Like Lil Nas X. One day he's straight, one day he gay. Who knows? Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Whatever working for him at that moment in time, that's what he is. Or what he said he is. Y'all. He said one day he this, one day he that. Whatever works for him at the moment. He said you only owe yourself, no one else. I don't even owe myself. Whatever I do is for my benefit anyway. So I don't, that's already how it is. You said I've reached genius level of consciousness. Actually, the answers are very simple. It's just, it takes a lot of, it just takes, like, the answers are super simple. It's just people make them complicated. Like, when you try to analyze and do something too much, or when you try to suggest something and force something, usually, like, if somebody don't want something, they're going to tell you, I don't want that. And then they'll try to get you from a different angle. Oh, I don't want that. Oh, they'll try to suggest this, or they'll try to say, oh, well, you're this and you're that. Stop putting labels on me. I know who I am. I know what I want. If you're not going to give me exactly what I want, then get out of my face. Basically, stop wasting my time. And once you are able to, once you know that, then nobody can really bother you. If they can't give you what you want, then get out of my face. Leave me alone. Stop suggesting stuff to me. Stop trying to ask me dumb questions. I don't care. I said what I said, and that's what it's going to be. And unless it's something else tomorrow that it needs to be tomorrow, then that's what's going to be tomorrow. And the next day, it's going to be something else if I need it to be something else. Why? Because truth is my choice. Whatever truth I have today may not be true tomorrow. It might not be, because I will change my mind in 2 seconds and say, if that's not true today, sorry. And it won't be true tomorrow, and then it'll be true tomorrow, and they'll whatever, you know what I'm saying? So if you're dealing with a person that is not always going to be what you want them to be, it's best to deal with someone who will be exactly what you want them to be, because the only thing that person is going to do is frustrate you. That's all that they're going to do. I promise you, they're just going to frustrate you. You've been watching me for so long, and you recently really started lying to these. It changed your life. Oh my goodness. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's not lying. It's just your version of a story that you made up. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's lying, but it's your truth at the moment. Um, he says skills you would probably love your fiance more if he showed respect towards your family and vice versa. If there's no respect between them, then keep distance, but not him. That's his fan. Oh, y'all talking to each other. I must have didn't read that question. um, yeah, I didn't read that question. Now, these teachings, like a lot of people will go into the spiritual part of it and ask me, "What do I think about this? What do I think?" I don't think about it too. Like, "Oh, what do you think about this spiritually?" I don't think about that spiritually. And to me, spirituality is also a choice, just like truth. Isn't spirituality a part of what you believe and what you don't believe? Or, it's still a part of what you believe. Today, you can believe this part of spirituality, and maybe tomorrow you don't. Okay? It's just that simple. One day, look, it's just like a gold digger. You'll find a gold digger at church one day, gambling the next day. You'll find gold digger in the synagogue one day, and in the mosque the next day, baby. Whatever's working for her, that's what she gonna be. That's where she gonna be. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Ooh, okay. Wherever she chooses to be on that day, that's where she chooses to be. And no one can tell her otherwise. It's up to the individual of what they want. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't have to choose one thing. We can be whatever we want when we want to be it. Period. Yeah, I need to realize that. And people aren't going to stay the exact same. I think this is why a lot of men don't like when women wear a bunch of makeup and wigs and change clothes and change their mind all the time. Women don't know what they want. Yes, we do. We want to be able to choose what we want to be when we want to be it. How about that? That's what we want. For you to stop trying to make us one thing, we everything. You haven't realized that yet? Mm-hmm. You said a stripper today, a librarian tomorrow. Okay. I'm sure it's been done. Okay. I'm sure it's been done. And the next time someone tell you you can't do something, show them. Or don't show them. Depending on if they're using reverse psychology or not, you'll know. Women have intuition. Um, Like, you're not going to tell me what I am. I'm going to tell you what I am when I feel like it. And I'm going to change it up. So you better be ready. Mm-hmm. Men have no problem doing that. And I'm not trying to pit men against women, but men have no problem with that. Men do it all the time. Oh, I have a new way of dealing with this project at work. And we're going to try this. They call it, like, we're going to try this technique, or we're going to try from this angle, or we're going to try from a new approach. Okay, well, so women can do the same thing. But every day. Yeah. You don't have to, you don't have to explain yourself as to why you do anything. Um, like, why do you wear that much makeup? Why do you wear hair? Why do you want men to pay? Then it doesn't matter. Are you going to do any of those things? Are you going to buy a wig for me? You going to pay a makeup artist? You going to buy me some makeup? You going to be that man that paid them bills? Then why does it matter to you? Why do you want to know? You ain't finna do none of it, so don't ask. Okay. The men that don't ask are the ones that don't really care, and they're going to do what's most beneficial for you anyway. If they got to ask all them questions, something wrong. Like, why you got to do this? Why you got to do that? Why you got to ask them questions? You doing research or something? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So many women around you against that is crazy and are happy to do it all. What? Okay. Um, we are the reason blood rushes in their veins. I am a queen. I don't respond to every question. Exactly. How you doing? Yeah. And y'all have to realize, like, every day I don't believe the same things. Tomorrow I might believe something else. So um whatever you believe in today, hopefully it works for you. Mhm. Um you said you're constantly evolve. You constantly evolve. Okay. When a man approach men, I automatically ask, "What can you do for me?" Okay. Instead of "What can I do for you?" Like, "What can you do for me?" That's hilarious. Change is the nature of life. It's unnatural to stay the same all the time. Now, this is going to be very strange to hear, but sometimes, depending on what you change, it helps you stay the same. I know it doesn't make sense, but for example, if someone wants you to do something different and you don't, only because they want you to, then you're still remaining who you are. Even though changing would represent change, to say no when they ask you to change is remaining who you are. If they don't ask you to change and would like you to remain the same, then you change. That's also being who you are because you're still making your own choice. So it just depends on who's wanting the change or who's suggesting the change, if it's you or someone else. Mhm. You can't just ask people why they can do what they can do for you. That is seductive. Oh, it is it is actually. But it's funny though. How do I cope with tough times in life? I don't know. I guess just find a way to make it beneficial to you. That's the best thing I can tell you. Like, there's always a way to make something beneficial to you. Always. Just find that way and go and focus on that and try to get it done. Whatever it is, find a way to make it benefit you. Mhm. I feel that I should keep them waiting. Okay, y'all are talking to each other. Do you find that your personalities change when you dress differently? How do you keep your identity? My identity is always going to be exactly what it is. It's just how I change, how I explain myself. It's like this. People always think I'm going to change my identity. My identity is the same. Period. My driver's license is the same name every day. How I act, the choices I make, and what I tell people depends on what I choose to tell them that day. Only because I feel that it's my choice. It's no one else's business as to what I do. What color drawers I put on, what color bra I put, it don't matter. What wig I put on, none of their business. Did I choose to put it on? Then that's the answer, because I chose to. And a lot of people say, oh, that's personality disorder. Does that mean I get to choose what I and who I want to be and how I want to dress and where I want to, walk? Does that mean I can do that? Then that's what I'm going to be. Whatever you want to label me, that's what I'll be as long as I can choose. And if you have someone always constantly putting suggestive pressure on you or telling you you can't do this or you shouldn't do that or you don't look good in that, then that's when you do the exact opposite just to make them mad. Okay. It reminds me of there's a lot of people that do that on purpose because they don't like people suggesting things to them. They're just like, okay, well, then I'll be this person today. Yet, don't label me because people don't know why you do certain things. For example, if you've ever been around someone that makes little snide comments, oh, you should do this or you should do that, and you do the exact opposite just to make them upset, then it's more entertaining. So it's not about a personality. It's about what you choose to do that day based on how you feel you should do things that day. Like if like somebody says, "Oh, you look better in blue," and you don't like that person, then you're gonna wear a whole different color and never wear blue. Oh, you look good in this color, and you're gonna wear the opposite color just because you can. Or you okay. Oh, you should do this, then you're gonna do that just because you can. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that. It's not about, personalities. It's about what you choose to do when you wake up in the morning. Why do you think that persons always try to give unsolicited advice all the time? Because they can't take it themselves. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They can't take the advice or they're trying to control somebody. Look, control yourself. Do I encourage marriage? If it's beneficial, sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. So, many people will always like say, "Oh, you should be this and you should be that," and you didn't ask them anything. Somebody send me some cash apps. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Phil and Audrey. No, that's not you. That's somebody else. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle for the cash app. You say when strangers tell you to smile. Some men use it as a way to try and talk to you. Like, nobody can stay being the same person all the time. This is a lie we are told. Act according who they choose to be to you. Exactly. You are what? Sprinkle, sprinkle. What? Yo, it's so silly. These names are silly. What do I feed Velvet? Cat food. Sprinkle, sprinkle. My annoying boss, older lady, keeps telling me she don't like my short hair. Then tell her to find you a wig on wildwigs.com, circle it, print it out, and hand it to her. Then you could buy me a wig, baby. This the one I want. Now's your time to do something about what you don't like. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Here's the discount code. There you go. That's exactly what I would do. Girl, yes. Say I emailed you something. If you can't print it out, would you email me the wig I want since you got a problem with my short hair? I hope you can afford it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I put a discount code too. Let me know when it's on the way. Boop. Like if you don't like something, what you gonna do about it? You got a solution for it? Then shut up. What brand of cat food? The brand on the bag, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Should women be focused on getting a man, or should it just be something that happens and making sure it's beneficial? Um, I feel that if you are single and and you would like to have a man, then every time you leave your house, you should be dressed and looking like you would like to be approached by a man, if that's what you're looking for, but not literally looking for, but in case you bump into one, you should look appealing. Um, your focus should be on whatever you're doing that day, but it also should be like, okay, well, just in case I meet somebody, I want to look good as well. So both. I mean, that's what I was doing. My focus was doing what I was doing, and I need to look good enough in case I meet somebody that want to do things for me at the same time. I'm not choosing. I need both. Okay, like you had a Dusty, and he doesn't like your nail color, and I said, "Give me money to redo it." Okay, how you doing? Are booty shorts feminine? I don't. If you have to ask the question, you know the answer. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What do you think of being in a relationship with a quiet, nonchalant man? Is he quiet around you or just other people? Because that's the difference. If he's not saying nothing around me and he's nonchalant, then is his wallet loud? Can he talk with his wallet? I don't know. Um, I mean, you just gonna sit there and look at each other? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You get asked for your number by men every time you step out. Okay. What what to do when men likes and follows porn actors and young models on Instagram? I wouldn't care. I wouldn't know who he following. I'm not finna go check on who he following. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, then stop. Don't follow him, but let him follow whoever he wants. I don't know. Like that's a weird question because at least he's not asking you to do those things. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said men only approach you when you're not looking your best because they think they got a chance, girl. See? Men don't like makeup, so if you look more natural, they will approach. Um, I guess it depends on how much makeup they like, because I won't say all men. Just depends on what type of man they are. If it's too much makeup, of course. But Percy, what do you think about the whole divestment channel? Divesting? I don't even know what divest mean, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I need to look it up. I need a vocabulary lesson. What divest mean? You know, I don't use big words over here unless it's scientific. I don't know. Y'all gotta tell me. Let me look it up real quick. The divest. Is it? What is divest? Definition. Deprive someone of power, rights, or possessions. Oh, okay. Deprive. Okay. Rid oneself of something that no longer wants or requires, such as business interests or investments. So it's like taking a poop. Okay. Let me reread the question now, then maybe I can answer. What do I think about the whole divestment channels, divesting? I don't think about those type of channels because I don't focus my videos on one thing. I'm all over the place. You know, I don't target any particular group of people to divest from or whatever, add to. I just talk to anybody who listening. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I had to look it up. I don't know what that meant. People be using words they don't even know what it means. At least I know what it means when I say it. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. I make videos for everybody. If you can apply whatever I say to your life, then do so. If not, then don't. Like you said to married women should be able to do what they want to. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A married man can, married women can. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How you doing? Oh, Terry, sprinkle, sprinkle. People like, do you think men get on whatever channels that they be watching asking, do you have advice for married men? They don't differentiate. Why should you? Look, do they? I don't think so. They don't. Divest means to leave African American men alone. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why would you leave them alone? Is it like MGTOW, but for black men with black women? I don't know. If you got to announce it, then it's obviously you bothered. You know what I'm saying? If you got to announce it and focus on it, it's like, just do what you want to do. Don't put labels on it. Just do what you want. If that's how you feel about it, then go date other races. You don't have to focus your only channel or your channel on it. Just date who you want. Be with who you want. If you don't want to be with a certain type of a man, then don't be with that type of man. But I don't feel like you have to label or focus your channel on that one thing. Just do what you want when you want. Because what if you feel another way tomorrow or the next day? And in order to stay true to your channel, you got to bypass some opportunities. No, I'm do what I want, when I want, how I want, period. I'm a date who, that's how they should be. I'm a date whoever I want, when I want, how I want. Because if I come back tomorrow and I found the man of my dreams or the man over here and he black or then I'm gonna look stupid. So I would be like, you know what? I'm gonna date who I want and I'm not gonna focus on that. Just date who you want. That's all I would say. Just date who you want. You say you don't discriminate as long as it's green. Oh. You said everyone internationally dates, interracially dates. Okay. That's probably true. Where the money reside? So, oh, you love black women. If this divest thing start growing, it's less black women for me. That's not true. That's how you know which ones really want you. Sprinkle, sprinkle, duh. Don't y'all know how to read between the lines? Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you gotta do all of that to get the attention of black men, then you still want them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Just like mug towel, whatever y'all call them, MGTOW. If they gotta make a whole group, they obviously still want the women. Come on. Yeah, you don't focus on what you don't want. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, Draws? You never dated? What? And dating doesn't mean anything. You could date all the races. You know what I'm saying? You could date all the races. It won't even matter. You said MGTOW are full of anger towards women, saying we hit the wall at 30. They have mommy issues. They can't afford a woman after 30. That's what they meant to say. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They wallet hit the wall. Women after 30 want more money spent, baby. So of course they hit the wall at that convenient age. Um, right. So, sometimes the person's personal truths are between the lines. Sometimes you gotta read between the lines. Okay. I see what you're saying. Don't ever take anything personally that someone says who A doesn't know you, didn't say it directly to you. Don't ever take anything personally. When you start doing that, you start accepting those people's truth as your truth. And that's why so many people got problems. Oh my gosh, they said this. This is how they feel about this. And then you start to take it personally. Now you feel the same way, but it's against yourself. So stop doing that. Feel how you want to feel. Mhm. Um, yeah. So, do what you want. Feel what you want to feel. And live according to your own choices that day. It doesn't matter what YouTuber gets up and says this or that. If you want to believe one person today and believe another person tomorrow, that's totally up to you. As long as it benefits you on that day and you have exactly what you want and you're living the life exactly how you want to live. I could care less. And I feel that a lot of people need to try that because so many people try to live under someone else's truth like an umbrella. And you can't live under somebody else's truth like an umbrella if you don't agree with everything that they say. You can live under your own truth, how you decide to create it, So don't ever believe someone 100% that they're 100% correct or 100% right. And you become too dependent on that. And then you don't have a brain in your own mind to think for yourself. And then it's this person says this or this person says that. Well, what do you say? Well, I don't agree with everything they say. I like to hear that. I like to hear when people say they don't agree with everything I say, because if you did, then something wrong with you, you know. YouTubers are saying online dating looks desperate for women and we should be meeting men in person instead. Why not do both? Shoot, they are. If women stopped online dating, all those businesses would fail. All of them. Because who you gonna get online to date if women aren't online dating? Man, what you gonna do? So that's silly. You can be online and in person. You could do both if you want. I'm not gonna be like, yeah. You can date in person. You could be online if you want. That's your choice. Like, it's not one or the other. It's you choose. You can date online, close your account, and then go date in person if you want to, or you can stay on both. I mean, that should be up to the individual person. What looks desperate is when you keep looking for other people to tell you how to date online or in person. Do what you feel like you are supposed to do. You know, I look desperate because I'm online and I'm dating in person. No, you look like a person that's just dating. Now, if you are, depending on your photo and what you wrote on your dating profile, maybe that might help you look desperate. But other than that, I don't think so. Okay. Depending on what you wrote, maybe. Or how you're dressed, maybe. Just depends. You said you feel like you're supposed to date in person because these men online are trash. Okay, well, make the transfer. The people online need to meet you in person. Um, faster, sooner rather than later. That way, it won't really seem like you're dating online, because the faster you meet someone, the faster you're not dating them online no more. If you don't have time, I think online dating is for people that don't have time to go out and mingle and be social, or, since the pandemic or whatever. But now that more people are getting out, then definitely do what you feel is correct for you, or do both. Um, that's all you can. That's all you can do. Whatever feels good to you. Mm, here's my opinion, though, on online dating. These guys online have talked to so many women, and they know so many lines that women are going to say, and they know exactly what to say back to them. So they're going to be more rehearsed and probably less eager to impress you versus meeting in person. You know, so that's why if you meet the person sooner rather than later, it's a whole different story. What you said? Why do a lot of rich men act dusty when it comes to paying for extra stuff? Maybe because people expect them to do it. And this is the point. Like, a lot of people don't like being taken for granted, but if you approach this in the correct way, they will have no problem paying for it. Hmm. Like, for example, if you know that they have money and they're rich, and you say, "Do you mind if we like act like you got to ask, and you got to be like, seeing if it's okay, like if they have a budget." They might even be offended. Like, can you afford to get extra, or do you think can you handle getting extra today, or like act like there's a limit or there's lack, and they may their ego may kick in and be like, oh yeah, we could get that. We could get more, blah, blah, blah. It's how you approach it. It's not expecting it or demanding it. It's, do you think we can afford to get this? Or do you think that we're able to do this today? If not, I understand. There could be no other reason why other than financial reasons. So obviously they're going to just get it. Like, oh my goodness, no problem. You can have whatever you want. You said the world is ending and y'all trying to freestyle. Well, if it's going to end, it's going to end. You might as well do what you want. Shoot. You said people worry about the world ending. It might just be beginning. Mm-hmm. We can learn how to grow food and freestyle. You never heard of multitasking? Exactly. Shoot. Why do you have a fake background? Because I want one. Do I need a reason? I don't know. Like, when I bought it, I didn't think of all the reasons why. If someone asked me why I have one, what I should say. Let's see. Let's come up with some good reasons. Here we go. Because I can. Because I want to. Because just do. There's no particular reason. I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to say? I wasn't prepared for that question. The world been ending since before I was born. Exactly. Shoot. The world been ending since before we was born. The heck? Erasing. All the great advice, you are in the process of leveling up, learning how to get these wigs together. Okay. Well, there's plenty of people that do wig videos that can teach you. Because I'm not an expert on wigs or anything, but if you get them together, more power to you. If you can get them together. It's pretty, and those little backgrounds used to be popular on YouTube. All the beauty gurus have them. I had different backgrounds, but I'm too lazy to change this one. You feel like people in power want us to feel desperate so we can consume more? Do they psyops with us to fear narrative? And then that's when it becomes a joke when you start laughing at it, right? Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Little old me, y'all want me to do what? Little old me? Oh, am I that important? Y'all want to what? Well, that's hilarious though. Like, well, I'm gonna have to multitask while I do that. You know what I'm saying? I got to do this. I got to level up. I got another channel. I got to do my makeup. I got to do my hair. So I got to multitask. So y'all get a line, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, okay. You have if a man asks to sleep with you on first date, does it mean um he really isn't interested? He interested in one thing. I just learned how to tint the wig to make it the lace match. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. The end of the world thing used to be the fear of hell. It was more biblical, and there's always something awful around the corner. Yeah, so silly. Shira made me more unbothered than I already was. Okay. You said, sprinkle, sprinkle, how do you join your level? My YouTube? Just go to the channel and click that join. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to finesse new headphones and gym clothes shopping spree from man I just met online. How many dates is realistic before I can hint to that? Tell them somebody stole your gym bag and you can't go work out and cry. Tell them what was in the gym bag. And he ain't offering to buy you no new supplies, then you stop working out. I'm just not gonna work out anymore. I ain't working out no more. That's it. You gotta get fat now. Buy me some new stuff. Don't say it like that, but you know how to work it. Come on. Tell them how, oh, I just bought some new headphones that were this much money. I saved up. Just to tell them how crushed you are because you saved up all your little hard-earned money. You was trying to get the best of the best so you could be serious about your workout. After a first date, if he likes you enough, what? Yeah, after like how many times you got to talk to him? Well, I mean, if you're talking to him in the phone a lot, and y'all have gone on a date or two, then if you feel like you can confide in him about that stolen gym bag, then definitely talk about it. Words are spells, so be impeccable with your words and master your creation. Or if that's what you believe that day. Now that's what the video is actually talking about. If you believe something else another day and it doesn't count. Just depends on what you choose to believe this day. Or when you even form, or that moment, because we don't live in days, or we don't live in years, we live in moments. And like, if you want to break it down to get more technical, each moment is a choice. And what you believe in that moment is what you believe in that exact moment. So that's why I don't let a lot of this, like, what you say and be careful what you do. Yeah, if you're going to believe that for the whole day, I've learned. But if you're going to believe something for just a moment, then let that moment work for you. If you're not going to believe it the next moment, just say what you want. You said you wrote a whole paragraph today to someone, and I don't believe one word I wrote. You see, that's funny to me. That's comedy right there. That's because, like, You know what you're doing, and you do it because you're making that choice to do that. Do what you want. I'm be like, oh my goodness, did I write that? Sound like something I would write. Okay. I wouldn't even, like, unless you're breaking the law, then it doesn't matter, like, because if, for example, if you had to feel a certain way about someone, if you had to feel a certain way about a man, and you don't want to, right? You think of a different man that you don't like. So therefore, those feelings are cut off and you don't feel that way anymore. So it's the same thing. If you don't want to believe something, then you cut those beliefs off for that moment and you focus on something else. So that's all it is. Everyone else isn't completely honest. Why should you? And that's not the point, like, to be dishonest or to be honest. It's what is best for you. What is best for your life? What is best for the decisions you're making at this time? So that's how I feel about it. As long as you're not breaking no laws, you good. You good. Do what you want. Mhm. What? How I tell him I have a new job when he wants to quit his job he hates? Girl, I'm not talking about job with no man. Sprinkle. That is inappropriate conversation. Do I consider shoving your partner in a argument as form of assault? Do the police? That's what I'm going by. Do police say it's assault? Okay. If you fall down and roll around and hit your head on something, yes, it could be. So you know what to do. Okay, sprinkle. I don't know. I'm just saying. Oh, I hurt my finger on the window. You know, it just depends on how you choose to fall, or if you choose to fall, or if they choose to fall. If you push them, or if you push them, you better have something right behind them, like a chair. Um, or hold on to their shirt so you can pull them back. Whoop, you ain't going nowhere. But y'all know what I would do. You just you read old Essence article and they were conditioning BW to date broke men. Well, I don't like that's a magazine, and a person wrote the article, and the person has their opinion, and the person is hired to write, and the person came up with, or maybe somebody else came up with the topic to write about. That's that individual person's opinion. So still, it's their truth, not yours. You could disagree with that if you want. I'd be laughing at it. I mean, you don't have to agree with people that write articles in magazines. If the majority of people that read that article agree with it and go do it, then what does that tell you about them? They don't have their own mind. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. That's all it tells me. You don't have your own mind. Okay, bye. Um. uh, so it's almost time for me to head out. So, your truth is your truth when it is convenient for you to believe it. That's what you need to know. Anything else is a suggestion. And your true strength is in knowing that and using that whenever you need to. That's it. Okay? I'm going to let y'all go, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.